it already gives us that part right there, okay? So the other two functions it asks us to look at is the function it gives us plus or minus 3. So all we're going to have to do in order to find g of x, which is the function 2 to the x plus 3, is take our value for 2 to the x and do what to it?
Add 3.
Add 3. So what is 3 plus 1/4?
4. 1.
3 and 1/4.
Wait a minute. 1 plus 3 is 4.
3 and 1/4. What?
Oh, never mind.
Yeah. Now 3 plus a half would be
3.5.
3 and a half. What is 3 plus 1?
3. Wait.
What is 3 plus 1?
4.
2 plus 3?
5.
4 plus 3?
7.
Perfect. Now we're going to graph those. So we're going to go over here and we are going to graph, go to -2 and go up 1, 2, 3 and a fourth. Go to -1, go to up 1, 2, 3 and a half. Go to 0, go up 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, up to 5. 2, 2, 7. Whoops, misdrew that. And make sure we draw it same way. Now, when we draw this, based on how that graph looks, is that right there still our asymptote? No. Where would our asymptote be now? +3. So let's draw a dashed line on here as our asymptote. And it would be the line and that will be the line y equals 3. So because we added 3 to the end, it shifted our whole graph up so that it started at 3 instead of 0. Does that make sense? So we took and added the whole function and moved the whole thing up. Now we're going to do the same thing, except now we're going to look at what happens when we subtract. So we're going to do 2x, 2 to the x minus 3. So we're going to do 1/4 minus 3. So -3/4. Or -2/4, my bad. 2 3/4. My goodness gracious, I can't talk. What is 1/2 minus 3? There we go. All right, what about 1 minus 3? 2 minus 3? 4 minus 3. So now let's go ahead and put this on here. So we're going to go to -2, then we're going to go down -2 3/4. Then we're going to go to -1 and -2 1/2. 0, -2. 1, -1. 2, 1. And then we're going to draw on here our graph. So for this pink graph, where did our asymptote move to? -3. So it took our entire graph and scooted it down 3. And again, that is because we subtracted 3 at the end, and so that's where that comes from. It takes our whole graph and pulls it down. So now we're going to write this all out just like by formalizing it, okay? So when we have the graph of f of x is equal to 2 to the power of x plus k, that is a vertical translation of the graph 2 to the power of x. Now, when we say 2 to the power of x, that is just, it could be any base right there. It could be 5,000. We're just using 2 because it's an easy number to do with, okay? And so we know if k is positive. So what happens if if we're adding something positive? So the k is positive, like here. How does it move, up or down? Up. The graph is moved up. Okay, and what that looks like is if it's f of x is equal to 2 to the x plus some number. Then we're also going to have if k is negative. the graph is going to move which way? Down. And this will happen if we have f of x is equal to 2 to the x minus some number. And I want y'all to put a star to the side, and then we're going to say asymptote is y equals k. Whatever that is, we add or subtract to the end of it, that becomes our new asymptote. Do y'all like our new clock?
Yeah, so many teachers have gotten a rainbow clock.
I got it off TikTok Shop.
That's really where they're getting it from too.
I seen it on a cute teacher TikTok, and I was like, oh my god, I need that. We were probably all influenced.
We probably saw the same TikTok.
I love it. It's so cute.
We're here at El Baño.
Do you need to go to the bathroom?
Yeah.
You can go. All right. So we're going to look at questions 1 and 2 real quick. Okay, so for question 1, we have plus 1 added outside the function. So that's going to move our graph how? Up 1. All right, this one is minus 1. So how is that going to move our graph?
Down one.
Down 1.
I understand.
Now we are going to look at what happens left, right. So does anybody remember where I need to put add or subtract a number in order to get it moved left or right? Inside the function. So if I do minus 2, which way do you think that's going to move it? It goes to the right. Okay. And if you recall, the reason for that, okay, is because what number do I need to put right here to make this whole thing 0? 2. What side of the graph is positive 2 on?
The right side.
The right side, which is why it gets moved to the right. Okay, now if I change that and make it plus 3, which way does that move it? To the left. Okay. Now, let's write all this out. So how does the value of h affect the graph? Okay. So we're going to put, this is a horizontal translation. And so the first little thing it says is when h is less than 0. Does that mean h is positive or negative? So when h is negative, or we have f of x is equal to 2 to the x minus h. Which way did we say that was going to move our graph? To the right or to the left?
Right.
To the right. I'm fighting so hard to not say right, just like an FYI.
I'll say that in my class.
I'm fighting so hard.
It's like, get Parker to say it first.
Get Parker to say it first so it sounds better.
Yeah.
You're doing good.
Just to get rid of my country accent. I've been trying to get rid of this accent for years. This is me fighting it. That's the thing. This is me actively fighting it. Because if I don't fight it, I sound like a hillbilly hick. And I don't need that. All right. So for this one, when h is greater than 0, that means h is what? So that means when we have f of x is equal to 2 to the x plus h. Which way does that mean our graph gets moved? To the left. Okay, remember, when it's inside the function, it's opposite of what you think it should be. Okay, because you need a positive number to make it move to the right. Now, let's answer these questions. Which way does that right there cause to make move? Left 2. Which way does this cause to make happen? To the right 2. All right. So, now, what I want us to do is that is the only part of translations of functions that we're going to have to be able to do for exponential functions. Yes? Go ahead. So what I want us to do is I want us to get our homework packet out. And we're going to go to the 6.5 and 6.6 homework. And I want y'all to take a few seconds and I want you to do 1 through 4.
For what?
Do 1 through 4 on 6.5 and 6.6 homework. It's
Okay.
Can I fill up my water real quick?
yes. When Miranda gets back. All right, for number 1, what did y'all get as the answer for number 1? To the right one. For number 2, what did y'all get for the answer? Left 1. Okay, because it is inside the function. It is in the exponential. If it's in the exponential, it moves it left or right. If it's outside the exponential, it goes up or down.
But 2.
Oh, that is supposed to be just 1. All right, now in number 3, what does that plus 2 cause to happen?
Up 2.
What does the minus 2 cause to happen?
Down 2.
Down 2. Okay, we are going to pick up with the last topic tomorrow. But what I do want us to do for the rest of today is I want us to ensure that we have all of our yellow packet completed that has to be completed. Okay? And if not, work on that. So I want everyone to take your yellow packet and go to the very, very front.
I missed it.
I'll go over it with you in just a second. All right. Go to the very, very, very front. Okay? This first one here is 6.1. Okay? You do not have to do this one. We did this on Delta Math. Okay? So, we don't got to do that. Okay? I printed it before I changed my mind on it. So, you do not have to do this page. But I still need your name on it right here. I still need your name. So, if your name is not on it, go ahead and put your name on it. Okay? I know we're not doing it, but we still need our name. Now, 6.2. We did questions, all of the questions on 6.2. We broke them into pieces over 2 days. So we had time in class to work on all 16 of these questions. So what I want y'all to do, if you have not finished that yet, we need to have all of 6.2 completed. Okay? All complete. Then for 6.3, okay, I went over 1, 3, and 5, okay? I did 1, 3, and 5. I did those. You should have done these. So you need to make sure all of these questions are done on your paper. If you do not have the ones that I did, you need to go into the videos and get the ones that I did, okay? For 6.4, remember, for 6.3, you do not do 6 and you do not do 7. For 6.4, I went over 2, 3, and 4, okay? So you have to do 2, 3, and 4, and on your own, you have to make sure you complete 1, 5, and 6, okay? And then tomorrow, we are going to finish up 6.6, the 6.6 half of this. And then we are going to start our review, okay? Any questions on that? Okay, what is the only one of these we are not doing? 6.1. All right. So if you have not completed all of these, now is the time for you to have some in-class time to work on it. If you want to sit next to a friend to work on this, I'm fine with that. Okay, I'm going to be at my desk, and if you need help, I will help you on anything you need.